Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage, all got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom what the truth is, with our hearts uncovered. Boy, detox from all of the lies you smothered. What I'm trying to kill you, but with faith you recover. Yeah, peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's an art tool. Reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah. Aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because as I seen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Could fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Could fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the tribe with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey. Yeah.
We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental how clean as a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Steering this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation, rather one you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather one you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen.
It's on you, tell the truth.
Peace, everyone. I am Universe Badger. We have Moon Tortoise.
I just say my name like a Pokemon.
And then we have DDH the Bubble.
Blue.
And we have more people coming in. And I would like to first start off with this. Welcome to the People's Podcast, with the ears that listen and where your opinion matters. Tonight we are diving deep into the truth behind dehumanization in our society. In a world that profits from conformity and distraction, we're here to remind you what it means to be human, to be free, to think of yourself, to rise above illusion. And before we get started, tonight episode is brought to you by our amazing sponsor, Shimmerwood Beverages. Made in Maine, these broad spectrum CBD seltzers are crafted to help you relax, refresh, and reconnect. Use our promo code the people for 30% off your order at shimmerwood.com/discount basket / the people. So grab your Shimmerwood, open your mind, and let's talk truth, because tonight we're not having a conversation, we're having an awakening. Peace.
It's
Hey,
Gilly.
peace, Gilly.
Good evening. How are you?
All is truly fabulous, and you?
Good. I'm out listening to music and I stepped out because it's important. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to the discussion. Sorry, words don't come easy tonight. It's an awakening.
It's not
It's
easy
gonna wait.
being an agent of chaos like us.
Yes, definitely
It's
an
a hard
awakening.
work.
So, Moon Tortoise, tell us about this story first and foremost before we ask questions.
Um, well, it's funny because this idea kind of changed. I would start off by returning the question to you, Badger, and thinking, what the hell is this about? What do you think this is about? What is the main focal point here? Because if you want me to tell what led me to want to talk about it, I can, but there's so many things.
So to me that this is about us no longer being human. We no longer have the freedom to speak. We no longer have what it takes to become one another with one another, like around each other. We're too busy in devices, and we're too busy with money and worrying about how we can get money, and how conformed we have to be in society, that we forget that we are people. We forget that we matter. We forget that we have feelings, and we forget that we have a purpose here, and we need each other to grow. That's my opinion.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. So anyway, I'm in a good mood actually, which I wanted to come into this in a really bad mood, but I had so many neon sour worms. I'm feeling so good, so I'm decked out and ready to go. Anyway, I have been dealing with the same things that everybody else has been dealing with for a long time, except I find a lot of things that people accept on a daily basis kind of insane and almost repulsive. I've been to the point where I said I wanted to go and live out in the woods before, and it is really good for you to do that once in a while. I like suggest it. You don't need to go Kerouac on everybody. You just abscond from the cocoon of societal pressures and technology for a while. I don't know. Bring your phone out there and record yourself. Leave a record, but try and get the hell away from things. I saw my dad go through the medical system recently, and myself, I went through the medical system. I'll fill in little parts of this as we go. And I saw some terrible things going on. And I have been shook to my core at the last few recent events that happened in the media, including what I got freedom of speech, all the baseline things. But they've actually made me try and just flow a different way. I don't know what happened. So I've come to a point where I don't actually want to upset anybody or piss anyone off or throw shade on, especially like the medical industry or any of the people working for it. And I have reasons for that. But I am upset with how it is. And I think a lot of other people are upset how it is. But most people live life, it seems, for the result and not the experience. And that can lead to being sedentary, not only in the ways that commonly people look at being sedentary, but also just stuck in the system and not living. I don't know. Not living has become too commonplace for me, so I want to discuss it a little more. And then hi to Christy and SGF Graham.
Yes, I want to welcome our family members. So, let me ask a question real quick to them. So I'm gonna start off with you real quick, Moon. Or no, I'm gonna skip you. I'm gonna start for you last. I'm gonna start off with Chrissy. Chrissy, what does being human mean to you? Beyond your job, your title, and what you own.
Um, Being human is an experience where you're physically within, you're housing a spiritual body within the physical, and you're being able to enjoy other beings, and being able to respect who they are, how they are, without any titles or anything else, but just getting to know the person within. So to me, that's what it means to be human, to be living within a physical experience and getting to know others along the way that can enrich your life.
SGF Graham, what does being human mean to you beyond your job, your title, and what you own?
Um, um, right now it's just yeah. Trying not to think too hard about it, because if I think too hard about it, it'll be fuck a lot of humans. So, um, it's just a journey. Well, it's still fuck a lot of humans, but it's just a journey. Um, I don't know. Maybe somebody else got a better answer.
Your opinion always matters. That's all it is, and I appreciate yours. There's no correct answer. Gilly, so besides your title and what you own and your job, what does being human mean to you?
Well, I will say, Moon Tortoise, I feel like I'm being like not just called, like nudged there not so gently these days. I'm with you there. Um, I think that being human means a lot of things. It means being vulnerable. It means understanding that you have a voice, that you have a space in this world, understanding that we're not very much unlike one another, and just being it all and not being shut down or boxed in. Um, I think we're the most human when we're fully alive. And that's not always pretty.
Moon Tortoise, to you,
Um,
what does being human mean to you?
it, it's changed a bunch of times throughout the course of my life, I suppose. I've always felt that I wanted to be happy. You know, we got a brain that functions really, really well comparatively to other, bioorganisms that run around on this planet. And we are cognitively aware of mood and comfort. And and that is it's really tied to society and technology and how far we've come. I mean, obviously, we worked really hard to get this technologically advanced, and to the point where we actually can do the things we do with medicine, and we can just amazing things. I mean, just tools and shit we're coming out with. You ever use one of those back and forth saws? What the hell do you call them? Multi tools? They literally are good for anything in tight spaces. I mean, wonderful. Just that alone is worth it. We screwed up the gas can. We have come so far, and I think we really just handed over to a few people so willingly and take the brunt force of it, like just so bitch like. It's almost a slap in the face to the people who worked hard to build an area where we could experience freedom to its fullest. And I've realized, to enclose what I'm saying, that when I mentioned to someone real close to me, they asked me, "Well, what the fuck do you want, Henry?" I said, "I just want freedom." And they said, "What the hell does that mean?" Yeah, what does that mean? And that really stuck with me. um, freedom. It's really important. And what your vision of it is all perception. I guess we can move into that. I want to go to the next question, but freedom and happiness.
I'd like to tell my answer first. My answer is a little bit different than most. To me, and it's an excuse to be less than. I've noticed. I've noticed that being human is an excuse to be less than, to allow a cap to put on yourself, to think that you have limitations, to think that you only are capable as much as they allow you to, and I believe that being human is an experience that we all signed up for a lesson that we must learn to free ourselves from ourselves. It's bigger than what 75% of us believe or allow ourselves to think. And being human is just an experience that we're having at this present moment. Yet there's no limitations in the cap, but yet we allow ourselves to be. So for me, being human is an excuse to be less than. That's my opinion. Um, do you believe society encourage individuality, or does it construct, or does condition us to think the same? Moon tortoise.
Well, I think that part of our society really wants to embrace individuality, art, change, freedom, all that. And I believe another part of it just wants to keep things the way they are. And I think there's a little in the middle there, I like to chop wood the old-fashioned way, but with lingerie. But we can bridge the gap here between what's necessary and not necessary. I think they really try to stifle it. I think some of the big guys I like talking about try to do that even more because it's more profitable.
Christy, do you believe society encourages individuality, or does it condition us to think the same?
I believe that it pushes us to think on a certain way, to think so that way it's easier to handle the masses of people. So those that have their individual thoughts and their individual feelings and able to maneuver through, sometimes it's accepted and rewarded, and sometimes it's rejected and shunned from society. So we've gotten to a place where it's about, the fight is between what should be back in the day to what it is, what's happening for today. The changes that have gone on in society that has helped us to see many other people being able to be who they are and themselves. So a lot of it is trying to condition us to say, no, you are horrible, you're bad, you're condemned, blah, 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 and so I see it that way.
SGF Ram, do you believe society encourages individuality, or does it condition us to think the same?
Mm. Um, the animal I would like to imitate the sound is bah. They all, most of them are damn. I'm not gonna even sugarcoat it. It's supposed to be a thinking, not neutral for yourself world or whatever. But everybody is not everybody. Most of the people I run across, speaking on my experience, are just sheep. They're just sheep. They don't even know why they dislike me or like me, or whatever, because this person said I was cool, or this person said I wasn't, or this is the new shoe to like, or this ain't the new shoe to like, or whatever. Everybody walk around looking like each other. Um, yeah, it's just sheep mentality to me.
Welcome, Kendall. Before we ask Gilly the next question, I want to ask you the first one since you just popped in. What does being human mean to you, and beyond your job, your title, and what you own?
Hi there, Hobo, as well. What it means, oh my goodness, there's so many different definitions for what is or how we can be, but the most human thing that we can do is just being true to ourselves with our emotions, how we act and how we feel. Just being straight on the spot and for what is.
Okay. Gilly, do you believe society encourages individuality or does it condition us to think the same?
Um, no, I don't think that society encourages individuality. I think that it encourages branding. You know, there's this type of person and that brand of person and that brand of person, but it's not individuality. I think that society, to a certain extent, relies on conformity, uh, and cooperation, which can't be totally bad, but it's also not. Um, it can be dangerous, particularly when uh, you feel like all eyes are on you and that there are consequences to your individuality. Because there are some severe consequences to your individuality, even if it's just a mob of people that you're shit. And and it can work the other way. If you have a bunch of people gassing you up, that can change too. So no, I don't think that, and I think that whether you're in a big group or not, who you're around changes things about you. So
Kendall. Oh, I apologize.
yeah, no, it changes things about you. We grow with other people. Sometimes we regress, but we're always different when we know somebody, in my opinion.
Kendall, do you believe society encourages individuality or does it condition us to be the same?
That's pending. It's really up to you what you want to do about the situation. So really, they want us to be either the same, but you have those choices to be standing out of the crowd versus for what you want to do in life. So it's kind of both, I think.
Moon Tortoise, did I ask you?
I think so. I could go on forever and ever about it.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it's all bullshit. I think it doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter what society wants. It's whether it's your choice or not. I don't
Well,
feel society.
when we speak
I
of society,
I
do we?
apologize.
Oh, I apologize too. I thought you were done.
No.
I was curious if when we're speaking of society, we're speaking of one or two entities? Because I mean, you could be speaking of a few, but I think most people when they say they don't want you to conform and society doesn't want you to conform, who are we talking about here? I think we all know who we're talking about. It's kind of under our breath and stuff. It's kind of hard to say the real names, but I think we all get the same idea. Because I think most people want to be individual. I think it's the thing about being human is that you want to be free. You don't want to be at work unless you really love your job. I've been in some jobs I absolutely love, but largely you want to be on your own time doing your own thing. So the whole plight of humanity is to chase freedom.
So I'm gonna finish my first statement that I was doing beforehand because I asked everybody else quietly. So I just want the same respect. So
I
I
apologize.
believe no, and I can talk to you sternly because I love you, and that's it.
You're right too. I love you too.
So I think honestly, I think it's all bullshit. It really doesn't matter. I mean, do we allow ourselves to feel like we have to be a certain way? Yeah, I guess. Is it? It's a choice though we made. It's a choice we made at the end of the day. What anybody says, it's a choice we made. They may want us to, and I don't know who they is either. Because when I look in the mirror, I don't see they. And I made a statement earlier. I am authentically, unapologetically, and genuine me, regardless of who's around. And it's with pure and genuine intentions because I have a heart and I care. So anything outside of that is a perception thing. So I believe that they may, but I don't know who they is. And yeah, like who is society?
I
I'm
was
confused.
curious.
Yeah, no, I'm confused. I don't know who society is. Um, they ask, when was the last time you felt truly free, Moon Tortoise, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually?
Mm. Yeah, I was at a music festival a little while ago and came close. I know it's little experiences like that. I guess playing on stages and stuff. I feel pretty free. Love it. Being free.
So, so Chrissy, when is the last time you were able to feel free, truly free, mentally, spiritually, emotionally?
Let me see. I think that the last time that I truly felt that way was about a month ago when I realized that I was putting a whole lot of expectations and pressures on myself, and it was clogging up the parts of me that could just actually be free and just relax and just enjoy and allow that freedom um, to come to me without any expectations of anything. So I think, yeah, last month was really a clarity moment for me.
Okay. SGF Graham, when was the last time you were truly able to feel free, emotionally, spiritually?
Um, the moment where I felt the most, I don't want to focus on that because I don't want that situation again. But I say the one next to that is sleeping in my moving truck at a truck stop in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
For that brief moment, I felt like I had no obligations or whatever. All I had to do was just enjoy the night, enjoy whatever I was watching and doing, and make sure I get up and continue my mission. Those were, besides the one I don't want to think about or even focus on, those moments in the truck driving through the country were the most exhilarating, free moments that I felt.
Okay. Kendall, same question. When was the last time you felt free, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually?
Every time when I'm not working, I would say whenever I travel, that's my freedom. So that's my different way for just letting go and finding my new joys and just kind of different ways just to release myself. Especially when it comes to art and music, that's my way of freedom for just letting out the emotions that I keep to myself and just showing what I offer for that type of freedom to let go. So it's just finding simple things, really.
I'm gonna agree with SGF Graham. I wasn't living in his truck, but I was living in a truck, my own, and no one told me to get out. No one could kick me out. No one told me they didn't want me here. No one told me that me being there was a burden to them. I felt I chose to do that. I was actually paying rent somewhere and I chose to live in my car, even though my stuff was somewhere else and I was still paying rent somewhere because my peace and my freedom really mattered to me. So I think that was the last time and that was a long time ago. It was been like over 4 years ago now that I truly felt completely free because I chose that situation and I slept where I wanted to. I ate when I wanted to. It just was me and my dog, and I didn't have to worry about someone else telling me what I was doing wrong.
Yeah.
I believe for me, every day I feel free within myself. I allow others their opinion to affect me emotionally. So emotionally, physically, and spiritually, that would have been the time for me too. So I believe Gilly dipped accidentally.
Yeah.
Can you
No.
separate your sense of freedom from money and your status and your validation? Um Moon Tortoise?
Um, I think if like a billion people did that, it'd be an unbelievable, fortunate event for the world. I think it's really hard to now. I think we talk about they, right? Too much. It's not so much they, it's just whoever's jacking the prices up and making it impossible to live. So, yeah, that's kind of really, really tied together. It's one of the reasons I wanted to actually focus on this podcast because I think money is something that makes a lot of sense in society, and it's also become completely out of control. I think it's completely out of control. I think it's just really fucked everybody up bad. And it's one of the things that makes me really sick. So, yeah.
Kendall, can you separate your sense of freedom from money, status, and validation?
I would like to believe that I could if I really wanted to, but when it comes to working and not having enough money to do the things that you want to do, that's where it gets really tricky for just trying to be debt free and just paying off all the bills and everything too for working 3 jobs my whole life. I'm pretty much fed up with all of it. So I want to. I really do. And say F it all. Pardon my French.
Oops.
Queen Queen Christy, can you separate your sense of freedom from money, status, and validation?
I'm learning. I agree with Kendall because it does take a portion of your brain to sit up there and be like, okay, you have to pay this and you have to do that. And investing even in ourselves, the skincare, things like that, everything that we need, we want to make sure that we have. But also, like she said, though, that if we had to, I believe that I could do it because when I took that master class last month with Sonia G, and she's now called Starborn Human. When I felt my spiritual, emotional, and mental freedom, one of the things that going through her master class, I realized that me detaching myself from financial, just really just chasing the entire financial um, system and being a part of it is great, but who am I if I don't have money? Who am I if, nobody's telling me that, I'm doing something right? Who am I in these different situations? And so it can be done. It's just getting over the humps things.
SGF Graham, can you separate the sense of freedom from money, status, and validation?
If it was the freedom I talk about, of course, but freedom that I want now is it will take an initial amount of money to make it happen, and then I won't need anymore. But initially, yeah.
So for me, The answer is I do it every day. I believe that the universe provides. I don't worry about money. I don't care about validation and what status. I don't know what status they're speaking on. Um I mirror everybody I'm around, and the universe really does provide. I limited my expenses to just what I want. There's nothing that I need. So my opinion is yes for me. I do. I don't look at freedom as that. I'm not free because of I don't worry about bills. I'm not free because I don't have this status. I'm not free because of validation. I'm free because I believe love is the highest form of is the currency, the highest form of currency, and I believe that we need each other and that we mirror each other and that we put ourselves in the right position. The frequency of the environment and of the world tends to flow with us because everything's ordained to us already. It's about removing what's not so we can put ourselves in line in the right proper frequency. So that's my opinion. I want to say real quick though, what I love most about this show is that everybody has their own view and their own opinion, and they're not afraid to express it. So I just want to give you all your flowers on that. Because at the end of the day, even though we all are one, we are still individually having this experience on our own. So,
Right. Badger, I gotta say something really fast. Because if we link up with the right people and keep things positive, I think building good relationships and building our own safety net that has little to do with the outside influences and becoming our own little entities, groups, I'm gonna use a different word. I think that's going to be important for creativity and to funnel money from the system into positive action, right? Right, to actually tell people to reach out to tell more people you don't have to live in an attic anymore. And that's what it's all about. So I don't want
yeah.
to sound negative on this one. I don't, even though I am.
Yeah, I'm all about the barter exchange. I've had many people say to me, I can't afford that right now. And I'm like, I'm not asking you for nothing. And they were like, well, it says. I said, but you're giving me your time. To me, when you take time out of your day, because time's illusion, anyways, when you take time out of your day and you give me your time, I will go above and beyond to compensate that. Because a lot of people are self-indulged and self-absorbed that they don't realize that we all need each other because they're too worried about where they're at and how they're going to get to where they got to be because their problems are more important than anybody else's, which I can't wrap my head around, but I get it, I guess, without getting it. So do you think people are afraid to speak the truth today? Why or why not? Moon Tortoise?
I think, yeah, there's a lot of bad shit going on. Whether you're speaking the truth, you're speaking whatever, you're speaking your mind. I mean, it has sometimes dire consequences. And on the other side of the coin, sometimes it has dire consequences for other people. It's scary business, and it scares me to think that I talk as much shit as I do about the people I don't like, and that they don't even care. I always joke that my ATF agent's going crazy on the phone every time on it. Yeah, they probably don't care. They have a bigger fish to fry, right? Which leads me to believe that a lot of people are definitely pissed off about it. Some more than others. Do I want them crawling up my ass? Probably not. But would I feel like, you hate me just as much as I hate you, huh? Stay away from me. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good to speak our mind. I think we've got to do it in a very, very concise way and in a way that builds bridges between divided peoples. Oh, we got some stuff going on.
Yeah, did you read the comments? The
No, I can't
personal.
hear anyone. I can hear everybody else. It's like the universe is trying to redirect me, or the devil is having fun with
Read
me.
all of it. Don't read all of it. It's private chat for a reason.
Oh gosh darn it! I'm sorry there. Okay, that's Jeff. Oh, he couldn't hear me.
Positive quote for today. Be better than yourself.
Oh, we love you, that's Jeff.
Yeah, it was private chat for a reason. So, anyways, it's okay. He couldn't hear you anyways. So, Kendall, same question. Do you think people are afraid to speak the truth today? Why or why not?
I would have to say most definitely. A lot of people either get mad at the truth, the fact we said the truth, or a lot of people are going to get mad at the fact we said the truth. Either way, the fact the world's full of hate on a good days. So of course it's going to get worse. That's a matter of part of life and death too. With everything else that's going on, it's going to get more worse. The fact we're speaking the truth, and it's just one of those things where we have to shed light somehow, whether it's going to get bad or not. So I will always speak the truth, no matter what. You have to.
So, Chrissy, do you believe that you think people are afraid to speak the truth today? Why or why not?
Sure, because the sensitivity level is quite high when you're saying certain things. So, number one, certain words begin to trigger other people, and it becomes a whole blown mess because of the wording. Secondly, Kendall had said it as well, that people are going to be mad at you because of you telling the truth, because they want to see through the rose-colored glasses. They don't want to see what is and what's going on, and having the independent thought and to go up against the system. And meaning the system means the people that, whether it's family or, jobs, whatever it is, today's society, we're at that peak where everybody really can't handle a lot of the truth that is going on. And so therefore, when people speak up, such as myself and everybody on this panel, then it becomes one of those things where we're ready to go ahead and take that heat from other people, because we're going to stand our ground when it comes to defending our freedom to speak what we believe is truth.
So, I'm going to answer this. So, do I believe that people are afraid to speak the truth today? Why or why not? Do I believe they're afraid? Yes. I think fear stops them from a lot of things, not just speaking the truth. I think people are afraid of what other people will say. I think people are afraid of judgment. I think people are afraid of themselves. I think people, yes, I do believe fear stops people from being their authentic self at all times. At all times, not just today. I think that's been going on for a while now in life. So I will say yes to that one. And I lost the live. So 1 second, I'm just going back to it real quick. So how do systems like education, religion, and government media play a role in what is it? Humanization? Yeah. Asking you, Tortoise.
You want to ask me that right away? You know the
Do you want me to go through?
I think they take from the individual. I think these are things that you can be shaped from, but I think it's very easy to be absorbed by them. I think they have a lot of power for good, and they have a lot of power for bad, depending on who's utilizing it. And I believe a lot of those things are more so being utilized as fear tactics and control tactics. And I think it's one of the larger root of the problems that we are experiencing today. There.
So, how does the system, or yeah, systems as an education, religion, government, media play a role in whatever that word is, Kendall?
I'm not sure how to answer that properly because there's so many different aspects with it. But I know either way, with all the systems, they're taking full advantage for money, power, and control, no matter what it may be for the outcomes. And it's all about the greed. They don't give a hoot. So, that being said,
So, Christy, do you think people, or do you, how do systems, education, religion, government, media play a role in dehumanization, whatever? I don't even know what it means, let alone what it is.
They take away, yeah, they take away from individual thought. They take away from properly educating us, so that way we really are in the know. Because when you're in the know, then you tend to grow. And when you grow, that means that you can be stronger than any system that is going on. So yes, it does play a role. We've all seen it. We've come to understand that after decades of being, alive, that they have their own way and their own agenda to be able to control what is going on and to take away from our human experience. I think the dehumanization is that you're taking away something from me by either hiding it or dressing it up to be another kind of truth, which is not factual, it's a lie, or within certain tactics to make you feel fearful in some kind of way. So, yeah, they're demoralizing us, they're dehumanizing our experience by forcing what they want and their agenda in whole.
Okay, okay. So I guess I can try to answer this. Do I or how does the education, religion, government, media play a role in making us feel less than we already are because we're human? So the experience we're having is the excuse to be less than because we're only something. So how do I feel that it makes us try to be less than that? I think they try to make us feel conformed. I think by putting us in the system of schools and jobs that we feel that we have to conform into this system, that we have to do this. We have to do this. We have to get our social security card. We have to get a birth certificate. We have to get the shots. We have to go to school. We have to get a job. We have to get a mortgage. We have to retire when we're 80 years old or 70 or whatever age it is. I don't recall. So I believe that they make us feel like we have to, but they can't make us, to be honest with you, at the end of the day. It's a choice. And the only reason why they're allowed, that they were able to do it, is because we gave them that ability too. We entrusted our human rights and who we are as individuals to another individual for their say over us. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Next question. This thing shuts off after so long. Do you feel more like a creator of your reality, Moon Tortoise, a product, or a product of your environment?
An inventor or a product? I want to invent more. I feel like a lot of things stop my flow. And I don't think it's good to be lazy, right? I mean, I can be a prick and militaristic the way I usually am and boil this down to you're either a liability or an asset. But I think there's some claim to be had in saying that, in being free, but I mean, societally, we are social animals who get along. We actually boost each other's spirits by getting along. Why I wanted to do this is because I realized that in my phone, I have like 8 people who don't communicate anymore. Some of them are avoiding talking. They're scared to talk, but they just send reels to me. So I got all these fucking messages piled up from people, and it's just these reels, these Facebook reels. A couple of them, I'm just like, it's really hard for me to actually watch the reels. Like I'm so behind. I tell them, they're just like, it's all I have. Just laugh at the reels. And that's when I realized that they're yanking there. I hate using there. I want to use a bigger terminology, but I don't know, so I'm going to shut down. Really nasty people just yanking our souls out. And I go to parties and no one can talk about anything outside of their vocations, which is fine, but it's very hard to actually communicate, it seems, with people anymore. And I work my ass off behind the scenes. I do. So I don't know. It's I found just that the communication gap has grown, and people have stopped acting like the animals we're supposed to be, which is really special animals. It's part of it. Scary.
Kendall, please, if you will, if you're not against to saying your comment, please read it.
Is it with the most recent one I just said?
Yeah. Do you want to not say that? That's fine. It's up to you.
Oh, no, I don't mind at all. So within Canada, for the next 2 years, they're talking about the human microchip. I'm not sure if anyone's heard about that. So the next 2 years, they're saying that we're going to have to get this certain ID in our hands. And if we refuse it, we're getting major, major trouble. And that's already been happening in certain areas with different states and countries as well. So when it comes to that type of futuristic microchip, I'm not going to accept it at all. It's kind of way out there.
So, do you feel more like a creator of your reality or a product of your environment?
I'd rather be a creator than the environment. I'd rather go against the system than join the system, Just be myself completely, no matter how much it's going to take or risking my own life just to avoid such things. I don't believe in anything that's against my human nature to be a part of such things. That's not normal. Even though it's all technology, I don't like it. My instinct says no.
Christy, do you believe do you feel more like a creator of your reality or a product of your environment?
I would like to say one thing real quick to Moon Tortoise. When he talked about the animal side of us, that's how I came up with Aura Owl. Is because coming into what kind of animal, what kind of spiritual animal, whatever it is that people want to call it, I'd say spirit animal, but it's about that reflection of things. Now, I am a creator. I've been an inventor. I have gone up against the system. I have fell into being a byproduct of the system, even though I was still inventing new ways to get out of that system. And I agree 110% with Kendall, because I've already made up my mind that I will stand up and stand against it. And I don't mind laying down my life to ensure that down the line somewhere somebody will catch on and get back to a way where we have certain rights, and people that have passed on before us, our ancestors who have done things to help us to get to the next level. So as an advocate and activist, that's where I am.
So, my opinion, do I feel more like a creator of my reality or a product of my environment? I'm going to say both. I am a creator of my reality that allowed my environment to conform me in the temporary state, because I put myself in a situation where I care about other people's feelings, and I am careful how I approach situations because I don't want to hurt other people's feelings. I don't like being like that. I want to stay authentic to myself at all times, 24/7. And those that know me know that my intentions are pure and genuine. And I want whoever else I surround myself around to feel the same. I honestly do. I want them to also love who they are and stay authentic to them and be a creator of their reality, because we chose this. There's a lesson here we must learn, but we all created this. We all chose this life. We did this willingly, from our family members to our children to our even the people that have hurt us in the past. We chose them so we could learn this lesson that we have to learn to free ourselves from ourselves. So it's a little both, to be honest with you, at this present moment. So I'm going to ask this last question, and then we're going to do the positive quote. So if you could change one thing about how society treats people, what would it be? Moon Tortoise.
With empathy. I don't know. You know what? Because people will look at that and they'll chew it up and shit it out too. So I guess it still stands, but think about the broader aspect of it, people.
Kendo.
What was the question?
I don't know. I shut the tablet off. Hopefully you can remember what I said.
I forgot just as quickly. It's okay.
One word. One word. How can you
Be
change?
truthful. Truth. Always speak the truth, no matter what the outcome may be.
Christy. One word, Queen.
Okay, one word on what was it now? One word on how to change. I mean, how? What would we change in the world?
Yeah.
Peace. Understanding what true peace means, I think, is the essence of where we can bridge a lot of the gaps. So I would say peace.
My one word is love. If people realize love is the answer, I think they would love themselves correctly, that it would pour out onto others. Because it's all about how you love you. That really shines. That shines so bright onto the whole world if you just love yourself authentically and unapologetically, genuinely, with grace. Just love is the answer for me. So positive message, Moon Tortoise.
I'm actually angrier than when I started the podcast. That's exciting. But I still feel hopeful. Yeah, I feel in less of a good mood. My positive message is just keep talking. I don't know, keep getting pissed off on TikTok or whatever you do. Keep getting pissed off on podcasts. Don't take this bull crap. Do it peacefully. But do it. That's positive, right?
Yeah, positive message. Is Love Chat's positive message.
Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will take care of itself.
Aurora, owl, positive message.
Give yourself grace. Because you deserve it, and do better, be better.
This one makes me want to cry. Read this one, Moon Tortoise, real quick.
Jeff Graham. Expectations stop expecting people to be what you want them to be, and enjoy them for who they show. That's very important.
That's extremely important. And that right there is probably the one we should have ended it on, because at the end of the day, we want everybody to be who we need to be. Start being what you're searching for, and then what you're searching for will be there because you are already it. Make sense? So stop expecting you from someone else and just be the best version of you. And those that know, and those that won't, just don't, and they never will. I want to do a shout out to our sponsor, Shimmerwood Beverages, CBD infused seltzers. Use our discount promo code, the people, and get 30% off, and relax, unwind, and just stay true with a relaxing, cool, freshening brew beverage. Peace and love, everyone.
May I say one thing?
Yes.
I think that everybody brought their best to the table tonight. I want to appreciate and I want to thank you guys for not only having me here, but to participate. This conversation was very cathartic for me, and it's something that's going to carry me over into the night because of the way that the words were constructed, and there's a lot of things that really stuck with me. So I hope it stuck with the people too. So thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for participating and being a part of our family. We love you.
I love you all as well.
Peace, peace.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom what the truth is. With our hearts uncovered, boy, detox from all of the lies you smothered. What them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recover. Yup, peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up, that's Hugo's regardless. Decalcify my pineal, breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Plan is passing age rotations, down me we owe, so down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the juice like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah, aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Life that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey.
Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental, how clean is a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Sneering this shit through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt of disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom, chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation, rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus. Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track, we the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah or Jesus. Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Huh?
It's on, you tell the truth.